Welcome back, everybody, to another solo episode of the Pure Ambition podcast. Been doing these for the past couple of weeks. I've really enjoyed them. I've gotten some positive feedback from you guys, and it's just been a lot of fun. So, we're going to keep the train rolling here, people. And today, something that came to me earlier on my morning walk. So, for context, I record these on Fridays after I go on a morning walk. And the thing that came to me today were the foods that I'd eat for the rest of my life and why. And again, I'm trying to keep these episodes shorter so I won't go into, extensive research or pull some studies out of my butt for these foods and why I eat them. But basically, these are the foods that I currently eat in my diet that I've incorporated into my day over the past couple of years, and I feel amazing with them. So please remember, I am not a nutrition expert. However, like eating these foods frequently, not all of them daily, but these are in my rotation on a week by week basis has been freaking monumental for my health. So we're going to start out with number one. And this one, I want to start out with this as number one because it is controversial, and that is raw milk. So raw milk was something I really didn't even know about until about a year ago when my mom started buying it. She had COVID really bad and just found out about all the healing properties of raw milk. And one, it's an incredible probiotic. It contains lots of beneficial bacteria and enzymes that may contribute to a healthy gut microbiome and digestive system. And when we drink non-pasteurized milk, we actually end up killing off all of the good bacteria and digestive enzymes in the milk. So by consuming it raw, you're preserving all that good bacteria and you are giving yourself a freaking just unbelievable probiotic. It's got proteins, it's got fats, it's got carbs. It's delicious. Raw milk, amazing. The second one, bone broth. And I mean, I could do an episode solely on raw milk or solely on bone broth because they have so many benefits. And just to kind of kick it off, it's loaded with nutrients, vitamins, minerals, amino acid. It's incredible for your joint health, your gut health, and also your skin health. Um, Truth be told, I'm recording this. I'm a little under the weather. And I have just been slamming bone broth. I texted my mom too. I was like, "Mom, I'm not feeling great. What do I need to take?" She's just like, "Bone broth" was the first thing that she said. Um, and when I had COVID, actually back in 2022, like early 2022, I just drank a ton of bone broth and upped my vitamin D, which is also found in raw milk, by the way. But by consuming vitamin D and bone broth, kicked COVID in like 2 days. And so the amino acids in bone broth, such as, bear with me, I might not be able to pronounce these, arginine and cysteine, which apparently may support the immune system by helping the body produce glutathione, which is a powerful antioxidant that helps protect against infectious diseases. So very healing bone broth. You're also getting the collagen. You are getting just a ton of great stuff that's going to help your joint health, your gut health, your skin health, like I said. And these are just a few of them. So I may have to do a whole separate episode on bone broth because it's just that amazing. And the third is 100% grass-fed and finished beef. Yes, I am being very specific there because one, the nutrient density, the quality of the meat matters. We need to get past the notion that red meat is bad for our health and bad for the environment, which the caveat to that is factory farm meat, you know, ultra processed meat, grain fed meats where, you buy it in the little roll or in the styrofoam packet in the supermarket. That is not going to be great for your health. I mean, it's going to be better than a lot of the other processed crap that is the standard American diet. But 100% grass-fed, grass-finished beef, it promotes cardiovascular health with higher omega-3 to omega-6 ratios, which also reduce inflammation. And it's high in protein and fat, which gives it a really, really high energy density. And by eating 100% grass-fed and finished beef, you're going to be freeing yourself from the harmful chemicals that are coming from the grain-finished, grain-fed cows, which again are fed a lot of hormones and antibiotics to fatten them up quicker. Whereas the 100% grass fed and finished beef, the organic beef, you're not consuming those toxins. You're not going to be consuming, all of the crap that is in those grain finished cows, right? So the quality of the meat that you eat, it only matters as much as like the quality of the diet that the cow ate too. So keep that in mind. But from an energy density standpoint, from a nutrient dense standpoint, grass fed beef is pretty much the cream de la crop. I think that's how you say it. But number 4, moving on here, is pasture raised eggs. And there are these eggs that I get down here in Austin. Oh my goodness. They're like bright orange. They look like the freaking sun. And it just tastes different. It just tastes better. It's not like you're not getting the, you know, unhealthy looking yellow egg with the white, thin shell. Like that's not what you want. You want a nice dark brown shell with a nice, dark yellow orange on the inside. And that means that the nutrient density in there is so much higher. So pasture raised eggs, I eat 4 of them every single day. They're a great source of protein. They're a great source of healthy fats. They're one of the best sources of vitamin D from, a food standpoint. And they're incredible for your immune health and brain function, as well as many other things. But we're going to stop there. Number 5, raw honey. And guys, let me just tell you, one of my favorite desserts has been a big glass of raw milk with a tablespoon of raw honey. I mean, they don't call heaven the land of milk and honey for nothing. Like that slaps. Let me just tell you, absolutely slaps. Raw honey, just like raw milk, if you pasteurize it, meaning like you heat it up to destroy some of the quote unquote, like, the harmful bacteria that could live in there with the milk, raw honey is the same thing. So if you heat honey, then it's going to destroy the beneficial nutrients that live inside of it. So that's why consuming rather raw, local, organic honey ideally is the best thing that you can do. And if you look back and listen to, or you hear about our ancestors, or, some of the hunter gatherer tribes that are still around today, their favorite food, they'll tell you, is honey, but it's not always available. So when they do come across it, they gorge on it like a freaking bear when he comes across a hive in the cartoons. You know what I mean? So raw honey has been around for literally thousands and thousands and thousands of years. It has lots of healing properties. It's great for your gut. It's great for healing sickness. It's got immune benefits. It's a great source of antioxidants that protect against cell damage and free radicals, which basically free radicals contribute to the aging process. So you don't want it. If you don't want to age, you don't want that gray hair, you don't want those wrinkles, start consuming some raw honey. Okay. Number 6, berries, and specifically organic berries. I mean, obviously, look, if you are eating all the foods on this list and they're not, the highest quality, they're not 100% grass fed and finished, or, they're not pasture raised, like you're still going to be better off than eating the standard American diet, which is full of processed sugars, refined carbohydrates, seed oils, and dyes, and a whole bunch of other garbage. However, if you are eating, raw honey, raw milk, organic bone broth, organic berries, like that, pasture raised eggs, that is where you're going to get the most nutrient density out of it. But also, the biggest thing is you're just going to be freeing yourself from harmful pesticides, chemicals, and a whole bunch of other crap that farmers I mean, not to discredit the farmers because they do an amazing job bringing us food. However, if you're factory farming, if you're factory raising cows, like that is not an ethical way to do things. If you know non-organic, fruits, vegetables are getting sprayed with harmful chemicals and pesticides, and you're still going to get the nutrient quality from it, but you're also going to be filling your body with harmful chemicals and pesticides, which you just don't want. So berries, one, are delicious. I love berries. Frozen berries actually are a staple in my day. They're high in antioxidants. They are rich in vitamins and minerals. They are natural sugars and carbohydrates, so a natural energy source. They also have anti-inflammatory properties. They promote heart health. And like I said, they're freaking delicious. So that's why I go with berries more than other fruits because they also have fiber in them too, which is great for your gut health, your digestion, regulating your blood sugar. So berries are massive. 7, avocado. I am an avocado fiend. I have one every single day. Sometimes I'll eat the full avocado at one time. Sometimes I'll have half of it. I'll throw half of it on my eggs. And then usually I'm having ground beef later in the day or some chicken. So, um, well, yes, I do eat chicken. I eat pasture raised chicken. However, I don't eat it as much as I do ground beef. Like I eat chicken a few times a week, but I eat ground beef pretty much every day. Um, but avocado is loaded with nutrients and healthy fats. A lot of people won't eat avocado because it's high in calories, but calories are just a made up metric. It's literally just a measure of heat. So again, that's a whole nother episode I could dive into. However, avocados are one of the most energy dense foods, one of the most nutrient dense foods on the planet. They're also great for gut health. And sometimes I'll literally just take an avocado and I will throw some salt on there and just eat it with a spoon. I think it's delicious. You might think I'm nuts. I don't really care. Try it for yourself. I also I have a electrolyte mix right here from Element, and it's the citrus flavor. And I will actually put the citrus flavor electrolytes on the avocado. Don't knock it till you try it. It also slaps. So that's number 7, avocado. And they're just very versatile. Like I said, they're delicious. They're versatile. You can throw them a lot of different things. You can throw them in a smoothie. Um, Very versatile, the avocados. Number 8, the last food on this list. We are going with salmon. And if you can get it wild caught. Wild caught salmon is basically, from the Atlantic or from the Pacific, somewhere else where if you see farm raised, that basically means they are in there. It's just that it's like a fish farm where they're going to be swimming around in fish poop and, all the other things that they're excreting out, and it's not clean. It's not sanitary. Um, you're just going to be getting a whole lot of bad stuff from the fish because, like I said, it's the quality of the food that you eat is only as good as the diet that it consumed. So same thing for like pasture raised eggs. You want those chickens freaking roaming around eating bugs and grass and just being able to be out in the sun, get vitamin D, versus if you have just normal eggs, they are from chickens that basically are fed growth hormones and are stripped, their beaks are stripped off of them, and it's nasty. I watched a video on this and it really disgusted me. And honestly, as much as I can, I won't eat anything besides pasture raised eggs, from an ethical standpoint and also just a nutrient density standpoint. But back to salmon, they're high quality proteins and fats, and they are super high in omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA, which are great for brain health, cognition, brain function. And I eat salmon probably like twice a week, maybe 3 times a week, but I'll usually get like a pound, pound and a half, and I'll eat about a half pound at a time. Throw some avocado on there, it's delicious. Have a nice cup of bone broth on the side right there. Could even throw some eggs in there, have a salmon omelet. It's freaking delicious. So those are the 8 that I would go with. And to kind of wrap everything up, if you notice, like there's a lot of foods here that are anti-inflammatory, that have a lot of antioxidant properties, that are high in protein, high in fat for an energy density standpoint. And basically, all these foods give you the biggest bang for your buck. Whereas you probably notice there's no vegetables on here. I don't eat a ton of vegetables. I do eat them. Like I eat green beans, I eat mushrooms, onion, arugula, squash. But from like a nutrient dense standpoint, from an energy density standpoint, if I was going with 8 for the rest of my life, these are the 8 that I would go with, just to get the most bang for my buck. And I am by no means an expert, but these are the foods that I eat. And if my back was against the wall and I had to choose 8, these would be them. So I hope you guys found value in this conversation. If you want me to dive deeper into any of these foods or any other nutrition topics, feel free to shoot me a DM on Instagram at Dominic Fusco, or leave a comment down below, and I will do my best to get back to you and create a podcast video that brings the most value to you guys. Thank you all for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please, it helps the show grow. It helps the channel grow so that we can reach and impact more people. And I love you for it. I love you regardless. But if you could subscribe, I'll love you even more. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.